system. Get back! You're gonna be totally exhausted before we even get to the Alpha.
What is this? It doesn't seem useful, but it looks intriguing. I'll look into it later.
Let's see what's here.
Wait. I hear something.
Eve, look up! My goodness. I can't believe this.
This is the Alpha Natiba. You can tell by looking at its core.
An Alpha Core. If she were... Eve.
Hmm?
There's something you need to know. The truth is...
Hello? Here! Can somebody rescue me?
A
Please?
human voice?
In the pod!
If you're there, please help! Ah!
What the? A survivor from the airborne squad.
Were you the one who sent the rescue signal?
Huh? Yes. Yes, it was me. You're a member of the 7th Airborne Squad, right?
Yes. And you?
Right. Let me introduce myself. I'm an engineering support of the 5th Airborne Squad. Lily Artemis II. But you can just call me Lily.
So just to recap, you were in that hideout waiting for another squad to arrive for almost 2 years?
And then you met us.
Yes. Thank you so much for saving me. I've been waiting a long time for the next squad to come in. It's been really lonely here.
It's really lucky we were able to find you when we did.
Eve, you're from the Airborne Squad Assault Force, right?
Yes.
Then I can be your engineering support. Of course, I will need proper equipment first.
Equipment? Well, I did want to say something earlier.
What is it?
Actually, there's a city where other survivors, besides me, live.
What? Really?
It's called Zion, humanity's last city. If we go there, there might be people that can help us. I have a safe house with some equipment I bet you would want.
Then let's head there quickly!
Before that, I would like to ask you something. Currently, Zion is holding out under the guidance of Oracle, who is also our spiritual leader. It's complicated. Eve, I imagine completing your mission isn't any easier having lost your comrades. So, please, help me save Zion. If you do, I promise Oracle and I will do everything we can to help you on your mission. It's about joining forces and helping each other, just like we did before. Sound good?
Yes. Thanks to teamwork, I was able to get the Alpha Core.
Maybe we can get more information in the city, Eve. Think about it.
Yes. I suppose there's no reason to say no. However, I want to decide after hearing the story from that person you're calling Oracle.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, I can definitely get behind that idea.
Well, I guess that settles that. All right then, let's head to Zion.
Yes! Look at that! It's huge!
It's surprising to see a city in a place like this.
During its prime, over 100,000 people called it home. Obviously, now there are fewer. The place you see below is my safe house. The auxiliary engine's output is weak, so things can get bumpy. Hold on tight.
Wow! A whole city underneath the wasteland. It's amazing.
Even in the darkest times, it's always safe to bet on human survival instinct.
So, where do we go?
No time for breaks. Typical Eve. Oracle is in the presence chamber. Follow me.
Halt. This is a restricted area. I haven't seen you around Zion before. Identify yourself.
Wait. I'm an airborne squad member from the colony.
Huh. So you're an angel. What brings you here? Looking for a tour?
I was curious about the song coming from inside.
I heard the Prophet gave you permission to enter the city, but that doesn't mean you can go around as you please. Of course, those who've lived in the comfort of the colony don't know anything.
I don't mean any harm. I apologize if I've caused you trouble.
Enya, you okay? There was a time when this bar used to be full of people. Now it's just so empty. Empty and dark. And Enya, same story. I wonder how long she can keep singing, with her body in the state it's in. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. It's pointless.
I'm trying to be sensitive, but if you need help, we might be able to fix her. After all, we do have engineering support from the airborne squad.
What? Is that so? But I have no way to repay you.
No, I don't need anything. I don't need any kind of incentive to save someone.
All right. In that case, could you help me?
Hey,
What? Yeah. I guess you're not gonna help. No, ignore me.
Sue, I have a question about Enya's condition.
What?
Shouldn't Zion's engineers be able to do something to help her?
They can't. I heard they're lacking in just about everything they need. Technology, funds, basic resources. Attempting anything is only gonna make things harder for them.
Okay, I'll relay this to our engineer right away.
Angel. Lovely to meet you.
You don't seem very likable.
All right. You're pretty sharp. I've heard it before. Folks often compare me to a snake. I'm Roxanne. Consider me a kind of info dealer.
Info dealer.
Yes. Practical things. Gossip, blackmail, fears, weaknesses. I dabble in a bit of everything. Oh, I do like this, Angel. You really are my favorite customer.
Can't believe this flimsy thing is still working. What a relief.
Looks like you're right. Well then, how about we go check on that drone?
Thank you so much for your help. Hello, Adam. It has been some time. Would you kindly introduce me to this lady?
Of course, what's the word? Oh yeah, Angel.
Angel, that's the unofficial name for members of the Eve Airborne Squad.
I'm Eve. What happened to you? Drones like you aren't supposed to work this way.
Hello, Eve. I am Digger. I have innumerable thoughts concerning my existence, and I am capable of making fantastic plans.
I told you this would be fun. You see what I mean?
Adam, please don't interrupt. Eve, someday I would appreciate the opportunity to sit, at length, and share with you my fantabulous hypothesis. I thank you again for your assistance. May our relationship continue to prove constructive. I am willing to provide useful resources.
Okay. You're a particularly unique drone, Digger.
Do you mean that in a good way or a bad way?
Well, maybe neither, exactly. What happened to make you like this?
I don't know. At some point, the IoT in the network suddenly went offline. And at that moment, the quantum brain's limiter was released.
Can something like that happen?
Apparently. Anyway, for me, my existence is the greatest question. Typically, I use the time I spend cleaning the environment to consider the question of myself. Eve, the time has finally come to test the fantabulous hypothesis.
Come again? Oh, that thing you mentioned before. By the way, is that even a word?
That is irrelevant. What is relevant is how my fantabulous hypothesis could hold the solution to my problems. This is a device of my own creation. It is called a connection device. I designed it to transmit network bandwidth signals to Earth's orbit and allow me to directly contact Mother Sphere.
Digger, you can't be serious. If you were to suffer an attack from the security system, it could fry your quantum brain.
I am aware of that. My objective is to simply bring the network back online, even if only for a brief moment. Either my sentience will be regarded as a bug, and I will be reset to factory settings, or Mother Sphere will give me my answer, and my happily ever after. Preparations are almost complete. However, Eve, I must first acquire the network access code in order to utilize the access node. The solar tower in the wasteland, Zion's scrap market, and the oasis of the Great Desert. These locations are where I last detected traces of its data. Your investigation would be most appreciated.
This is not going to end well.
Eve, I have a question.
Yes? What is it?
Do you remember the process in which your ego was first formed?
Sending and receiving data, saving and processing. As I spent tens and then hundreds and then thousands of seconds in the learning process, eventually I learned that I was just myself.
Is that right? For me, it took 27,404,091 consecutive seconds of learning. That's quite disappointing. From what I've researched so far, there are no significant differences in the process of ego formation between other humans and myself. Not even in people as special as you.
I've never had a conversation like this with any of my comrades before. I can't help but think, what would Taki have said?
Eve, I must thank you greatly for your help.
Are you sure about this, Digger?
I've reviewed it more than enough. There's nothing to worry about, I assure you.
That's all.
Sad to see you go. I'll go back to environmental beautification.
Farewell, Digger. Network access code confirmed. For this data to really remain. I don't like it, but I guess a favor's a favor.
Ah, Eve! Did you bring me the can? Because I've made all the preparations already.
Preparations?
Voila! I picked up some stuff I found lying around and I put together a cabinet. I think it would be good to store your cans here.
Storage and display at the same time. Not bad.
Right? I'm telling you, Lily Artemis always gets the job done.
Kaya, is your shop called Sister's Junk?
Oh, did you see the sign? Well, not anymore. But it's not like I can just change the name.
No, that's... I'm sorry. That was thoughtless of me.
It's all right. My sister, she's alive out there. I know it. She'll be back soon. I have faith.
Halt, outsider.
Who are you?
I'm Royal Guard Quiel. I'm under direct orders from Oracle to protect the ruins. Do you know this is a restricted area?
Wait, but we are here to do a favor for Oracle?
Even so, I can't let anyone in who isn't qualified.
Qualified.
If you manage to defeat me, I'll let you pass.
Well, if that's the case...
Very good. I underestimated your ability to fight on equal footing with the Alpha Natiba. It was an honor to spar with you.
We can enter now, right?
Yes. Altes Lavoir has been contaminated by Natibas for a long time. No one has ever made it back alive. However, with you, I have hope. Be careful. You want to take the test again?
The blade stopped working all of a sudden.
The drone scan isn't working either. Hold on. This is bad. There's an unusual electromagnetic security field disrupting the system.
There should be Natibas around here.
Equipping the drone is still possible. Same goes for shooting at range. I guess we should thank Lily for that.
That's more than enough. Entering now.
It's open. Let's head to the gates. Maybe the pattern under your feet is a hint. Maybe the pattern under your feet is a hint. Great. Let's move to the next area. Great. Success.
This lab. Do you think humans use this facility to study Nativas? Or...
Yes, they might have done, Lily. After all, knowing your enemy is often the first step towards defeating them. But this place seems more like a manufacturing facility to me.
the hyperdrive.
The hypercell's preservation status is good.
Great. Be careful with it now. You should head back. I'll have the pod waiting for you once you go outside.
Wait. There's a legacy here.
A legacy? What's that?
It's a device with records left by the airborne squad before me. They leave important information for the next airborne squad.
I see. But why would an airborne squad come all the way here?
Maybe they knew something about the Alpha or the Elder.
I'll check the legacy.
Day 8 after the second dive. Third record. Legacy account Raven. Remaining survivors Ripley and Anis. Anis is in a bad condition. Death is very likely at this rate. We discovered this laboratory 4.47 kilometers from the drop-off point. It seems to be a facility that studied Naytibas, but it's hard to obtain accurate information due to severe contamination. However, I discovered an astonishing fact while searching through the data. Before the war we call the Final War, there was another war. It was a war fought between humanity and the androids humanity had themselves created, the so-called Andro-Eidos. Humans lost the war against their own creation. The few humans who did survive hid in underground facilities, but the hunt was far from over. However, an unexpected factor turned the tide of the war. With mankind at the verge of extinction, Naytibas, powerful creatures from an unknown origin, appeared out of nowhere. The war with the Naytibas brought about the destruction of the androids. And so, during this time, mankind was able to make its escape to the colony. From now on, I plan to investigate the origin of Naytibas. Hopefully, at the origin point, I should find the Elder Naytiba. To anyone who may be watching, may Mother Sphere's blessings be with you.
I didn't think a record like this existed.
And there was another big war before the Final War. I never learned about anything like that at the colony.
What do you think, Adam?
The history of mankind is riddled with conflict. It's hardly a surprise to hear about wars before the Final War.
Even so, it's strange that this wasn't passed down. I'll retrieve the legacy and go back.
Wait a moment, Eve. I can pick you up with the tetrapod.
Okay, I'll be waiting.